This is the sound of me biting into a tortilla chip with guacamole and cheese. And it's from one of my favorite restaurants here in Germany. It's called Casita Mexicana. It's a Mexican place. And everybody that knows me know that I completely adore the food in this restaurant. And it's not only me, everyone, my girlfriend, my friends, and we have traditions around it. Every Friday, my girlfriend and I order Casita. We call it Casita Friday. And we just relax, eat the food, watch TV. Sometimes we go out with friends. And it's part of our life. It's amazing. And normally it's time for me to relax and just chill out. But this time, this Friday, I couldn't. Because I couldn't stop thinking about my projects, about this podcast, about Change It, my climate change app. And for some reason, I feel that I don't deserve to enjoy myself, that I didn't do enough, that I cannot go for the weekend and relax because I have to work. And this used to happen also with me previously when I had a job and I was working for others. You know, sometimes you reach the end of the day and you feel that you didn't achieve enough. But now it happens even more often because there are no concrete roadmap. Because there's no business still. There's no project. There's no company. It's just me and my projects and already a couple of listeners and users, which I really appreciate. But I feel that I haven't reached the point that I can call it a business. For my app, I'm having actually more or less the same users as my podcast, around 30, 40 listens on the podcast and 30, 40 regular users on the app. And I just don't understand why I cannot have more, why I don't have more. It makes no sense. It feels that I'm ticking all the boxes. It feels that I have a product that people like, because otherwise they wouldn't come to the product every day. So it's something that they like and they enjoy. But if they like and they enjoy, why aren't others liking and enjoying? Why am I not having a growth, a constant growth? And then this, of course, consumes everything in my head. I start panicking. I start reading more about marketing and trying to figure out how to get users, which is something that I really don't like, to be honest. I hate spending time in social media, sending emails, trying to come up with beautiful pictures and photos and things to say to get the attention of people. And I know that it's something that I need to do, but it's not something that I necessarily like to do. And it stresses me out because I keep on checking the metrics. I'm always checking, am I getting more users? How many installs do I have? How many listens do I have? And it really consumes you to a point that you cannot relax, that you cannot neither relax or actually work. I get paralyzed. I don't know what can I do to improve. It's like there's fog in front of me and I don't know where to drive. Where is the road? So what I normally try to do here is sit down and do two things. First of all, come up with a plan. I write down a plan for my projects, because a bad plan is better than no plan. You gotta have a North Star or something to follow. And after I come up with this plan, I force myself to relax. And this can be going for a walk, can be watch a movie, or even meditation. I love to meditate. I don't do it that often, but I feel that it's really a great exercise for you to control your brain and to help your brain to stop spiraling. So that's very important, especially if you are like me and you have this tendency to spiral quite a bit. I'll go through the plan that I come up for both, and let me know if you think it's a good one. For Change It, I was checking the metrics and I realized that even though I have downloads every day, new downloads every day, I also have app and installs every day, and it's roughly the same. So I'm having like 6, 7, 5 downloads per day, but the same number of people are uninstalling the app. Why is this happening? This cannot happen, right? It doesn't make sense for me to focus on organic growth and marketing if I have such a high number of uninstalls. It makes no sense to take the water out of a boat that is sinking without first finding and stopping the leak. So that's something that I want to do now. I want to focus on understanding why users are uninstalling the app. And for that, I think could be a bug, could be, to be honest, I don't know how I will figure that out. It will be a lot of trial and error. And once that's done, then I'll be focusing on getting more gamification and having more, or making the app more shareable. And in the meantime, marketing wise, I've sent a bunch of emails to bloggers that are in my area to try to find those target users, because that's another thing that I have to do, which is really define what are my target users. I already have some ideas. I will speak about this in another episode. So that's for Change It, my app. For this podcast, I do see a growth. I see that every month I'm having more listeners, more users, but it's not the growth to a rate that I think it deserves for some reason. I think that people like it, and I think it's good content. So I'm expecting to have more people doing this. So my goal here is I kind of came up with this idea that most of my hardcore users are developers or people working in tech companies, because everyone I met in tech companies, they always want to do their side business, their side project, and so on. So I'll try to also come up with more interviews with people in that realm, people like developers. Like when I interviewed Wolfgang or Bushra or Matthias, they brought a lot of people to this podcast. So I'll try to interview more people like them, and also to interview other people that have similar podcasts. I recently found someone that is actually willing to give an interview, and I'll give more details about that. So trying to, by doing this, reach out to new audiences that are also in my target group. So that will be also something that or my main plan for this podcast. So now that I have these two things, I know what I should do. I will meditate, I will relax, and then I will come back stronger and work on this plan. Yeah. A bad plan is better than no plan. Do not forget. This was another Wannabe Entrepreneur. See you tomorrow.